I'm Joe with Keep an Open but Cautious Mind. I heard a lot about overpopulation. Some people say we're underpopulated. We're not replacing ourselves. The problem with that is, I remember when we had 4 billion on this planet. Now we got 8. So how can that be true? Okay, I think a lot of the problem is religion. Go forth and multiply. I think that is in the Bible, and at least that's what my mother told me when that was said. What was the world population at the time? Let's say God did say that, but how many people are on the planet? You see, you have to understand that the population doesn't stay the same. It will increase because you don't have birth control, right? So there are a lot of women in the past that had 8 to 10 kids. They didn't want to necessarily, but there was no birth control. So it's bound to get out of hand. Okay, let me explore. Okay, I already talked about that. 4 billion. The planet once even had 1 billion. But at this point in time, as our population grows and we keep procreating, it's going to increase faster than ever. Here are the problems with overpopulation of the world. The world has to be in balance. The insects, the plant life, and the mammals that are on it. The plant life will exhale oxygen, and we, the mammals, will breathe in oxygen and exhale carbon. Well, the plants need our carbon, we need their oxygen. So if everything is in balance, that works out fine. The problem is when it's out of balance. When you have more people on the planet, a lot of people, you need more housing. You have to plow into the land, the grass, the plants, the trees that exhale oxygen, and make less of them to make more housing for people. That's just the way it has to be. You have to breed more animals for more meat. So they also do the same thing. They expel carbon and bring in oxygen. So that's a good deal. All that had to take place before humans came on this planet. But okay, I wrote this down before I turn this on, so I'm going to see where I'm at here. Oh, doggone it. Oh, this is the problem with let's see. Why is this doing that? I had to use another computer. What's going on here? Okay, it's not doing it. Okay, so I'm going to have to wing it. All right, so first, let me see if I can, this is a pain in the you-know-what. Let me do this again. Let's see, overpop. Let's see if I can, now can I go down with it? No, it won't do it. Drop, I wonder why this is acting like this. Oh, maybe this is it? Okay. Oh, I see what's wrong with this. Okay. Well, anyways, is there a way we can lower the population without killing people? I think there is. And I got this information from a group in Switzerland. I think it was called the Birth Check. And the reason why I agree with it is because it makes sense. If you can get the whole planet to do this, everybody on the planet would agree. Here's how it would work. Let's say we space out the birth of babies, so they're not coming onto this planet every single year. Because we're procreating so fast that the people who will die off naturally, there's less of them that are coming on the planet. So you have more people being born than are dying off. That's going to create an overpopulation problem. Anyways, let's say 2006. The whole planet agrees, if we can get the whole planet to agree, that 2006 is a year you can have babies. People get married. They have their first child, say, 2026, and then for the next 4 years no babies are born on this planet. So 2030 the second child can be born, and And then you wait another 4 years. 2034, the third child will be born. And this, we have to be in synchronized with everybody on the planet to do this. And then what's happening, in the years that babies are being born, people are dying off naturally. And therefore, you're just slowing down the birth and letting people die off naturally. It will take a while to do this. It'll take a while to drop the population, but at least it'll be a start if you can get everybody to do it. That's called the birth check. And the one that I read was every 7 years, but it's different for people on this planet because we only live to 80s. And then women have a reproduction, say from when they start their period, it could be 11 to about 35. I mean, they can have children beyond that, but the eggs are young. You don't want children of 11 having babies. You really don't want teenagers to do that either. You want the woman to be adult enough to be able to handle the responsibility. Now, another agreement would have to take place. People agree not to have more, say, than 4. So you can have up to 4, but after that you stop, because you don't want to continue on. You don't want to create a problem. 1 to 4 kids is really enough. Most people have 2, some have 3, and they figure that's enough. And if people would agree to do that, not only would the children have a better family life because the parents will have time for them. You need to feed them, you need to work with them, educate them. That's a lot of work. If you have 8 kids, that's a lot. And I don't know how you can do it. Can you send all 8 kids to music school, dance school? Can you get them into soccer and everything you want to get them into, expose the children? You're going to need other people to help you drive the kids around, because they may not be interested in the same thing. Maybe one girl wants to do dancing and another girl wants to play the violin. A guy wants to do baseball. Another person wants to do soccer. You see what I mean? And you'd be running these kids all over the place. So realistically, 1 to 3 or 4 at the most, and that's it. So you have to get people to agree not to go beyond 4, and tell the people they reduce the population. Now, what I can't get out of here, and I couldn't get my, I couldn't print it, but for some reason, this is not doing what it's supposed to do. This other computer, I'm trying to get this up so I can read some of the articles that I have. Oh, here it is. But for some reason, it's not letting me do this. Why can't I do this? I don't get this. I really don't. I had no problems earlier, but I have a problem now. Page thumbnail. Okay, maybe I can go. Oh, I can do this. But it won't let me just scroll down. Oh, now it's allowing me to scroll down. Before it didn't. Oh, brother. Okay, let me adjust this thing real quick because I want to read this article. All right, now it's doing it. Okay, there's a problem. I'm going to take 2 countries that have, they have over 1 billion people. One is India and the other one is China. It's just an example. Okay, India, Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme. These programs cater to different income levels, work, background, and age group. What it is I asked the computer if India had a retirement plan, because at one time, I don't think they did. What happened is you wanted to have a lot of boys, so when you get too old to work, you go live with your boys. Or if you have a farm, they take over, but you'd still live there. So boys were important. And I think that's the same in China. You wanted to procreate a lot of boys because that's where you go when you're too old to work. You live with your boys. Well, now they do have a retirement plan. And it says National Pension System for India, a voluntary market-linked savings plan open to all citizens 18 to 70 to build a retirement corpus. And then it says basic welfare. Under the National Social Assistance Program, senior citizens aged 60 to 70 receive, I think it's equivalent to our $200 per month. And it will increase at $500 a month at age 80. And you say, well, why age 80? Most people don't live that long, so they know they're not going to pay for it. So they got to do something with the aging population that gets too sick, that can't work. And so they have a retirement plan. And it's not anything like ours, but it is something. China, I got this out of the Council of Foreign Relations. Okay, let me see. And this was written by Zhongjian Zhou Lu, CFR expert, and it says within 2 decades, China's retirement age population is projected to surpass the entire population of the U.S. by 2040. An estimated 402 million people, or 28% of the Chinese population, will be over 60. Okay, so they're going to be, that didn't, okay, they're going to be over 60 years of age. And one of the problems that China has is you got this population who's over 60, they need to retire, and then you have the younger population. And they see it as, we don't have enough people that can work to probably pay for this, because they're going to lose a lot of their labor production, and offset any potential future labor shortage. But even Xi Jinping initiates are successful, they will do little to address the financial burden posed by China's underfunded Social Security and pension system. So this must be kind of recent. So you had a big population, now it's shrunk, and a lot of people feel that what you need to do is have more people so they can pay into it. No. And I'll tell you why you don't want to do that. It's going to be a little bit tough to do this, but if we do this, within 100 years, the population will drop. Right now, we got more people on this planet than we really have jobs for. AI is coming on and taking jobs away. What's the future going to be like for these young people when there's an abundance of them and there's no work? Are they going to live with their parents forever? I mean, this is going to be a disaster, so you don't want to do that. This will be a problem for all countries, but it will eventually work out. Besides, take us, Social Security, they've already spent it on other things. Believe me, they did. They blamed the boomers, but the boomers were still paying into it when they went broke practically. How did they get broke with all these people paying into it? So somebody had their hand in the cookie jar. Yeah. Now they want to tell us we can't afford this. But we could spend billions on other countries, but we can't afford Social Security. Well, we can if we do that. Maybe we shouldn't give any foreign aid for about 100 years and use the money we use for foreign aid on us. So just because they mismanage doesn't mean we need to suffer that much. We're going to have Social Security. We do have retirement plans from other places that we work. I'm going to get retirement plus Social Security, but that's not even going to be enough because the prices of everything goes up. You got people still working past 70 because they're afraid to retire, because they know people who have retired when they thought they had enough, and then all of a sudden they don't have enough. That's because of the mismanagement of the countries. But anyways, let me see here. Let me see. Okay, I already talked about that. So the fact is, if we get back to having a less population on this planet, say maybe it takes 200 years, who knows how long it's going to take, I don't know. But if we can get everybody to agree with this, what will happen is the population will go down. You don't have to kill people to do it. And it'll be a balance again. There'll be more plant life growing because you won't have to cut into their territory. Right now, lions are practically becoming extinct because the humans are encroaching upon them. Then when they look for food, they can't find it. They go into a farmer's farm and start taking the animals, which causes the farmers to go out and shoot them. Well, they have to eat. We have a situation in my city where coyotes are all over the place, and people act like, oh my God, they're terrible. They just ate my cat, or they killed my dog. Well, yeah, that's food to them. And they're coming in the neighborhoods looking for food because they have to eat every day too. And that's what we're doing to a lot of the animals. And I see disaster with that coming if we don't do something to put this planet in balance. Remember, before humans came on the planet, they had insects and they already had animals. Everything was in balance. The animals play a part in keeping the balance of the planet, being able to make the soil right to grow food. So we do need them. Insects pollinize different plants. And we also need to give animals a lot of space. And we can't do that if we're overpopulating. And us, it's a lot better if we have less children. Like I said, it's no more than 1 to 4, less children. It's easier for us to raise them and do all the things we need to do with them instead of overwhelming ourselves with 8, 10, But anyways, the life will be a lot better if we think about this and start to do this. I'm going to put the article in this where I got the information on China, because this computer was giving me a hard time. My second computer, my little laptop is what it is. But I know people are conditioned to think it's a lot of bunk and that technology will solve the problem. No, it won't. Technology gave us AI that can do a lot of jobs, and they're going to put people out of business. Yeah, and then if you overfish, there won't be any fish in the ocean. If you overkill, there won't be as many animals. And then we have to have plenty of land to grow food. You see what I mean? So we have to consider this seriously. We really do, and we need to start working on it. So because we only live 80 years, I thought spacing our kids 4 years apart would be better. I mean, we can't do 7, obviously, because we don't have a lot of time to procreate that way. If you get married at 30 and you're allowed to have the first child 2 years later, well, you're already 32, and then the second child 7 years later, then you're 39. You see, that to me isn't workable, but every 4 years is. Anyways, I wanted to put that out there to get people to think about it, about the overpopulation and how disastrous this is going to be for the planet and for us. Having too many people run in after jobs, all of that. So, and then housing, and maybe there'll be a long line. Maybe you can't live maybe in the future you have to stay with your parents until there's an apartment available in 20 years. Who knows what's going to happen, but we need to seriously think about it. Anyways, that's all I want to talk about, so bye for now.